I told you he likes it. So I guess it occurred to me I hadn't showed you a whole bunch about the truck. It's 5.3, and I have decided on the location for the supercharger. I believe I'm gonna put it on the driver's side over here. Seen a few done that way, but the truck is a single cab. It's a cloth seat. It's got the nice split bench. Oh, there we go. It's not perfect, but pretty nice. Boy, been in there opening everything. It's got a bed cover on it. A few little spots of imperfection, but in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. That's what he do. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna put the supercharger over here on the driver's side. I think I'm gonna go through here with the pipes. Plastics should be easy enough to get through. I don't know if I've told y'all, but I have in this box that I've been tripping over for a couple of years now what is left of an eBay turbo kit, the turbos of which I used on Blue Lou. The headers still have here, intercooler piping, and the intercooler, electric fan. There's a catch can in there, there's a blow off valve in there I'm going to use over here. So I bought this kit with the intentions of, I don't know exactly what my intentions were. I got all kinds of intentions, but I started splitting it up. So I guess at some point I'll sit down and figure out how much of it I used on this and what the worth of it is, and do that. But that's where the intercooler came from, and that's where the piping is going to come from. So we'll put that with the supercharger. It'll be good. Camera's a little bit foggy. I just brought it out of the house. Here, look. We're going to sneak up on him. He's sitting in here playing. Told you he likes this truck. God bless America. Hey, there's an intercooler in front of the truck. Decided to go through the core sport. I think it looks pretty good. I think I came up with a name too. You know me, I think I'll stick with a theme. Ever stick with a theme? So you know, we did Blue Lou after the saxophone player from the Blues Brothers, Blue Lou Marini. If we stick with a theme, this one's a little bit more refined. Maybe we'll call this one Mr. Fabulous, or Rubin, for Alan Rubin, the trumpet player. Stick with the blues theme, and you know, blowing the blues. Shop dog. Boy in the refrigerator. Some fellas working on trucks. Look at them scavenging my parts and stuff. Alright, so I've been doing a little mock-up. That, friends, is a supercharger bracket, or what will become a supercharger bracket. It's a currently cardboard. But this is the template for my spacer. And oh, I don't think I've filmed it because it was during the week. But I cut my snout off. There it is. There it is. My schnoz. And beveled the edges nice. Mounted my 3.1 inch supercharger pulley that I purchased off eBay for the sum of $88. Installed the new seal, which was $23. Considering I paid $50 for the supercharger, I now have considerably more money in it now than I did have. And I also need a piece to go in here. They call it an oiling bar. It'll be here Monday or Tuesday according to the shipping people. And it's basically a brass bar that goes in like this and sprays the gears. And I didn't realize it till I went to find a fit in the screw in there. It's kind of a funky thread, and I went, oh, what the heck? So I started looking around and discovered that they have an oiling bar in these things, and this is just a regular drain. So I ordered a replacement. They make steel, and the factory ones are brass. I ordered a brass one because I think that'll be fine for what I'm doing here. That piece was $40, so like I said, I've tripled the price of my supercharger already. So I'm going to, these 3 holes were previously drilled. They're drilled to 3/8/16. They had some fancy Allen bolts in them, which what I need to do is space this thing up about here on my bracket. So I'm gonna probably make some spacers, but I thought it might be behoove me to bolt this thing more than just on the bottom, because this belt's going to be pulling down on it. So the other thing that I'm going to do that I haven't done yet is I need to mount an idler somewhere down in here. So this belt will come and it'll go under and over and then under and then over and then back to power steering. And that should work just fine. Pretty excited about that. So I'm gonna make this out of steel. I'm gonna make some spacers, space this back fore and aft, and then the belt will, like I said, come down and it'll run under an idler similar to this one. Maybe I'll borrow this one, since this is just a mock-up piece I got off another engine. Might just borrow that one right there. Sounds like it's in good condition. Got a little growl to it, but it don't feel bad. A little WD-40 on it. Bolt it right about yay there. I need to make some 1/2-inch spacers to go under these bolts. And be able to put this thing on the truck. Hey, hey, hey. Alright, 3-minute work. 3 amigos. I don't know if one of them know what they're doing, but they working. Okay, mail came. I got some of my intercooler boots in. Got some 45 bends. Those aren't as tight as I thought they might be, but I got some 45s and some 90s and some straights to fill in some of the tight spaces around some of the stuff I'm trying to get around, because some of those hard pipes I got aren't. Well, by the time I cut a short piece, then it's hard to get a straight boot on them, so I thought I might use a rubber boot to make the bends in the tight spots. So this is the mount configuration, pretty close to its final. I gotta go slightly taller here so I can accommodate that bolt hole. But that's pretty close to what it's gonna look like. Somehow I'm an idiot and I managed to break off my tap in that hole. I'm not sure how I done that, but I done it just the same. And after I did it, I was sitting there trying to figure out how to get it out, and I realized this is where I'm going to oil it from, so I don't really want that plate here anyway. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to cut it off down here. I'm going to use these 5 to mount it with, and I ground it flat, and I'll have to put something on it to keep the tap from rusting because it's steel. But something else I wanted to show you right quick. Oh, I made a grill. Did I show you I made a grill? It's fancy stainless steel. Ew. I thought it might hide the intercooler more than it does, but at least it'll keep the birds out of it. And I don't guess I mind the intercooler showing. If I can get the hood open with my left hand. I'm not capable of that, I guess. Maybe not capable of it with my right hand. There we go. So I get to working sometimes and I forget to film stuff, but this intake tube here, I was trying to figure out how to make it work, and I was frustrated with it because it had a bunch of stuff hanging off of it. It had all kinds of doodads and a big bucket underneath it. I guess they're mufflers or whatever, but I didn't figure they'd be too handy, so I cut some of them off, and I welded me a nice little plate over top of that where that hole used to be, using one of the pieces that used to be there. The bottom I hadn't done yet. It's just got a hole on there. I just put a cap back over it so I can put the mass airflow back on, make the thing run so I can move it around. But I am going to utilize this, at least for the moment, in my intake track. I'll move the mass airflow here and then reduce it to the 2.5. Obviously this will be coming back this way towards the engine, and I'll come up with a proper cap that's not a big cavern for that. Take out the accordion here and make a smooth transition, but because this is a nice hard tube and it fits and it doesn't get up against the radiator hose too bad, so I figured it might work nicely without spending a bunch of money on chrome parts I don't need. So it's not exactly pretty, kind of unsightly, but it's also, I don't know, I think it's kind of creative myself.